look. Yes! As much as you can direct him to a bed, a really good level of training for him, what I just noticed is with something like this, when he has this protective instinct on, is with the treat, but you're farther away from him. Because you know, if I sit here and stand here with him, go to your bed, it's too much focus, and he completely lets go of the camera. So it's either 100% focus there or 100% focus here. To get him in that middle state, stay. See how he's looking at her? He did a little sigh. He goes, and looked back at me. Yes. That's the state we want to get him in to really mold his mind, because it's not that straight right here, it's going back and forth, and we train him to go over here. Moose, stay. And then you can continue to increase time with the stay. But you want to make sure that you're never releasing. Do you guys usually do that?
On a stay, no.
You go back to him?
We go back to him.
Perfect.
On the weight, we do.
Yep, perfect. Okay, good. You want to find that state of mind where if he had 100% mental freedom, he wasn't directed anywhere, which is what we saw in the beginning. He's all out 100% there. But then when he's directed something, it's more like 50-50. So he's breaking focus on you and looking back at that thing, and you can tell it's a challenge for him. Depending on the level of difficulty of that thing, the trigger will depend on the level of difficulty here. So if it's a dog walking by right now, you might have to be like, stay right here. So it really just depends. Stay. Leo, walk forward. Just stop. That was really hard. Yes, Moose. Moose, stay. Leah, stay there. Yes. So that time, if he would have gone back to the amount of focus he had on her the previous time, I would have come back with a treat to keep his focus with me instead of it going away. Moose, stay. But since I did this and he was so focused on me, and here I'm letting his mind go a little bit longer because he's had a lot of self-control with me. Yes, good boy, that's what we want. Yes, we want him to look at things and be like, I'm not sure, snap out of it on his own. You can't let his mind go like that until you have too much focus first. Yes, like this is a high level of self-control because I'm not standing here right with him, which you're usually going to be with the dogs. Here, I'm going away from him and he's sort of on his own, but not really. It's with my direction. But the next level, once the dog is good with direction and you over there, is giving him the mental freedom to know when I'm not sure about that camera, I look over here on my own. He's getting there, he's snapping out of it when I call him, but we want him to snap out of it like faster. Yes! Look to me! Yes! I know I was far away, but great job! That was really good. That's a lot of self-control to be like, oh, I want to get away, I want to bark at you, and look at me, he's a good boy. Okay, let me see if I take it. Yes! Moose! Moose! Yes! Good boy! Hi, Moose! Go to your bed. Yes. Go up to him close while I do this. Stay. Lower it. Yes, Moose. Yes. Oh, yes. Good. Lots of things going on. Yes, go a little closer. Moose, look. Yes. Good job, little buddy. Yes, you did. Good job. Yeah, so really work on that with the different levels and all that. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that was really good for him. And then I want to show you this one other exercise that will be really good for you guys to practice in here. And what this is going to demonstrate is half self-control and full self-control. So, so many people during training don't ever get past the half self-control stage. So what we're going to do is throw a treat. Not tell him anything. This is hard because we're not telling him wait, we're not telling him leave it. And when he looks up here, Moose, He has to be fully sitting this way. I'm gonna give him a treat. Yes, good boy. Yes, and you wanna get too much focus here. Yes, maybe this won't be hard for him. So typically it takes a little bit to get too much focus, but it makes sense with him as long as he knows there's treats up here. He's like, okay, focus here. But typically the hard part is after a treat, a dog's mind goes right back there. So what we're looking for is actually exactly what he did. He looked, and then if he's looking for too long, I'll call him out of it, give him another treat. Pretty soon he'll be able to do this without the treats up here. But the key to moving forward is looking at it and snapping out of it and being like, how do I get that? I check in up here. Because again, that's full self-control, puts him in that in-between state that we need to get him to. I always use the analogy, he's on a diet. As long as you don't see that thing, cake, whatever, you're good, have self-control. But the real test of self-control is when you're at a party and there's all the sweets there, whatever, and it's sitting in front of you to like snap out of that. So when you're doing this, you'll work up to the treat 3 to 5 steps up to it. Because too much focus is always a good problem to have, and that's what you've done really well with him, is like too much focus. And then I feel like it's always like when the mind goes back is the issues, right? Yes! Good boy, Moose! Okay, we're gonna do one more. Sit. Yes. Yes! Okay, I'm gonna make you do one more. Okay, go get it. Good boy.